Hello and welcome back to my channel, Real Life DJ. I'm JP and I really do appreciate you popping along and spending the time to watch my videos. In this video, I'm going to be explaining how I personally generate week in, week out, top quality, high-end wedding DJ leads at the venues that I want to work at. If you like videos like that, don't forget to subscribe because I put them out every week, including gig logs from when I'm actually out there working. Let's face it, if you don't have any bride and grooms making inquiries from you, you are not going to be DJing any weddings very near distant future or whatever. What you need is an abundance of top quality wedding inquiries from the types of bride and grooms that you want, that are booking the venues that you want to be DJing at. And that way you will be enabling yourself to maximize your income. What I'm about to tell you is part of my marketing strategy that enabled me to generate enough top wedding inquiries so that I was booked for 2 or 3 weddings every week at the top wedding venues that I wanted to work at. The great thing about my strategy is you choose the better, more expensive wedding venues that you want to target. So the inquiries that you get coming in are absolutely top quality. So it's 2020. We're well into the end of the first quarter. And I'm assuming you're serious about being a successful top wedding DJ. You've got the basics already sorted, i.e. you've got some equipment, you know how to DJ, and you know how to throw a party. But you need to get those leads coming in. Now, this is where a lot of people struggle. Now, I'm also going to assume that as it's 2020, that you have a website that works as mobile friendly, because you're not going to be just simply reliant on social media to get inquiries, because if you want those seriously top-end clients, they look for something else. They look for presentation. So if you've got a website for your business, it can be modified to gain these types of leads without the need for you to pay for a Google advertising strategy. You don't need to pay web companies to do this. You don't need to pay any specialist website optimizer either. If you have a website and it's fairly modern, then you'll have a built-in content management system that allows you to add pages, sections, modify, update as needed. And you don't need to be a web specialist to do that. If you don't have one that's like that, you need to seriously start looking at that, because it is 2020 and you want to be supplying top weddings with your services. So you need to be in control of your marketing. In this day and age, there's plenty of low-cost providers of websites, systems that have solutions that will allow you to do exactly that for a very low cost. I'm not going to list them. There's plenty of them. They advertise on the web. They advertise on the TV. So you just need to do a little Google search and you'll find one that will hopefully fit your needs. So cutting everything aside, you're watching this video because you want to know the what, the why and the how. Well, that's simple enough. A few years back, I started adding pages to one of my websites. I have a couple of them, by the way, but one which is what I aim for the wedding market. And I started adding those pages, listing the services that I offered at the venues that I wanted to DJ at. Many of those venues I hadn't been DJing at, and I struggled to get in through the front door. So I wanted to make it, when people searched for that wedding venue for a DJ, that I came up. So what I did was I targeted those pages. I created special pages for those venues. The content was obviously different between each of the venues pages, but I put a whole structure in, and to be honest with you, it worked really well, and it brought in a whole host of bookings for me, and then they kept coming and they kept rolling. So I kept adding, and so every time I did a gig then at those venues, I produced a new page that was targeted to me DJing as a wedding DJ at that venue, and it worked absolutely perfectly. Again, my channel's not about teaching you how to code your website or write your website or target your website. You're on YouTube, you can look that up and you can search that out, how to actually target those. Many of you will be wondering if it's worth doing this. Will you be getting the quality leads coming in? Well, from my experience, yes, most definitely. And also, these are the easiest inquiries to convert into a client. Now, if you've watched my previous video about how to how I sell my wedding products and how I do them as a modular with an upgrade here, upgrade there, add on here and add on there, there's the link to that video somewhere. So if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch that. But you'll find that these leads are absolutely like gold dust. And let's face it, they're looking for you, you're looking for them, and they come in, and as long as you act on them quickly, don't get a lead and stick it on the side and think I'll contact it in a week, because they're sending these out to 2 or 3 people, and the first to get in there, the first to talking to them, the first that wins them over will get the deal. So you need to be hot on it as such. If you'd like to know more about this tactic or others that I use to gain top wedding inquiries, then don't forget to subscribe, like, share, do all the nice stuff. That would be appreciated. If you've not seen any of my other videos, please be sure to have a look in the playlist. There's some really useful ones. If you're looking at how to doing weddings and things like that, you can see how I structure them there. And I just want to say this tip really does work. I'm not just making it up. It's how I've generated 2 or 3 top wedding bookings every week, week in, week out, for the last few years. And I want to pass that on to you, so you can do the same, because I'm a little bit, I don't like how some wedding venues lock other people out. I don't like it when, you know, they try and stop other DJs coming in. They have their preferred resident that they build into a package. Don't get put off by that. I'm never a resident at any of the big venues. I come in and I go out. I do the bigger weddings, and I earn more than the resident does. But that's why these higher, bigger paying weddings book me, because they're looking for something more. They don't just want the standard, and you have to put yourself into that category of being that extra that they want to book. So hope the video has been useful, and thanks a lot for watching. If you do have any comments, please feel free to drop them below, because as many of you know, I'm always answering everybody's comments. Don't forget #questions. If you do have a question that you'd like answering that's a little bit different, don't forget to ask it by putting #question in there, because we've got some more questions episodes coming up very soon. And so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget you can do that. If not, you can do that. It doesn't bother me either way. But don't forget to subscribe. But if you have subscribed, don't forget to turn on the bell. Till next time, JP out.